First off, just so proud of our team. We needed to every part of what that game showed, what that game had in it. We needed to experience, and it's been a tough first 3 weeks of the season. Just disappointing in the beginning. But going into this week, you say challenge, you say opportunity. We talked about bouncing back, and we're in control of that. Not who we're playing, not where we're playing, not any of those things. It's about us and just the choice we get to make on what we want it to be, what we want it to look like. And I will say that I was so proud of our team for how they approached the work this week in practice. And there was energy, it was competitive. Guys were really pushing each other, and I thought that showed up today. And it's not, and I'm not sitting here saying we haven't worked up until this point, but when you face disappointing outcomes, there are a lot of things that are around you that can get in your mind, and that can you might want to pull back. You might want to just hold. But these guys, they didn't get distracted. They continue to believe. They continue to push. I thought that the week of practice showed up big today, and just how we were able to respond throughout the course of the game, because that's what this was a tough game. And that Cal team, obviously, they've got some talented guys, some playmakers on both sides of the ball. Everything had to be hard earned tonight, and our guys, I thought they definitely played with a relentless spirit. Right? I thought they played with just great effort, and a lot of physicality, a lot of hits on both sides of the ball. But at the end of the day, we made the plays that were necessary to be able to go get that win. And for the defense coming up big with the stops, I think you look, this week we spent extra time in the red zone and focusing on our red zone work competitively, and that showed up big. Our defense being able to keep them out of the end zone. I think there were 2 of 5 total in the red zone. It was really just a special performance. Very impactful. I thought our defensive line played really well. You saw some young guys that are just continuing to get in. Edwin Joseph with interception, a sack there late, was big. I just like the growth that I'm seeing, and we obviously it's one game, but we needed this game. We needed to be able to find a way when everything wasn't all right, but find a way to be able to go win. And big touchdown catch by Ja'Kai. They're late in the game to give us the lead, and then just guys fought their tails off to make sure we put our stamp on it there to finish at the end. And I got to give a shout out to our crowd. It was remarkable. The energy throughout the game from the very beginning to the very end. You just felt their presence. I don't even know how many false start penalties Cal had, but that directly goes to our fan base, because it was loud down there. You could feel it. It was definitely a wonderful environment to be able to be a part of a college football game. And so I appreciate the crowd and just the impact that they had here tonight.
All right, first question will be Brendan, top row on your left.
Mike, you mentioned the energy from the team this week. Edwin Joseph during the week of practice, you feel it in sense when we're out there to see it translate over to the game. The journey's had to this point. What can you say about the preparation you put into succeed tonight?
Yeah, I'd say probably over the last 3 weeks, we've seen some huge steps from Edwin, and he's had the talent's always been there. It's the just working to the consistency, working to the details, working on just being the best him. And I would say these last few weeks, you just feel he loves playing the game. He's so competitive. He loves all parts of it. But you're seeing him take another step in his journey, and he earned more opportunities, and that's what he got tonight. And he's capitalizing on that. I still very at the very surface of just where he's going to go as a player, but he has the right intent. I thought Quinn was another guy that was remarkable this week. Another young corner, he had multiple big plays and pass deflections, being in a great spot. I was really proud of him for what he was able to do, and you just felt it. You felt it this week in practice. The competitive drills that we had. It was good back and forth, and I think that edge and that toughness, and obviously the the fight to finish. You know, it showed up big for us, and you know, a lot of those guys that just chose to bring that energy, you know, on a consistent basis, right, was what I think really helped kind of push this team today.
All right, we'll go on the right side to Ira.
When you mentioned the team needed it to go this way, you mean like coming from behind late and then also getting the stop to
All. We needed every bit of it. Like, you know, from the stop, you know, to really being able coming out, and you know, I thought we were able to establish the run game, you know, offensively there early. And you know, that Cal defense, I mean, they've been pretty good. They're a good defense. They got good players. You know, we knew there was going to be some challenges that would show up with it, but I thought our guys, you know, they fought, got a really good start early. I didn't like our third quarter. I thought we missed some opportunities there, and just in what we did. But you then have to be able to come back and to score the touchdown late, and you know, to be able to do it on a third down situation. All the things that were stacked up, and to see our defense. I mean, you know, when they had to respond, they rose up. I mean, when they had their backs against the wall, you know, when Cal got into the red zone, but they just continued to push, continued to fight. We needed to see the, you know, I mean, that's one of the best running backs in you know, college football, and I mean, he showed some good bursts. They've had some, you know, that's something that we knew would be a challenge coming into this game, and I thought our guys, you know, for the most part, you know, did a really, really nice job there. But you know, we were able to create the explosives, and you know, that was big.
All right, we'll stay right there for Corey.
I just want to ask about Ja'Kai. Obviously, the touchdown catch is a huge one. The 3rd and 18 catch, I think it's 3rd and 18 that he made over the middle. You know, him just going and attacking the ball and going and making the play. Is that just something this whole team needs, but specifically the offense? This guys go and make plays.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that's, you know, absolutely, and you know, that's what it takes. I mean, it's you know, when you get your opportunities, I mean, you have to be the aggressor. Don't worry about you know, a negative of what could happen, or don't worry about you know the different things that are around you. You get an opportunity to go make it. Go be the guy that you're built to be. And you know, I think Ja'Kai, you know, we challenge him, and you know, every single day just to continue to push, because he's got it. I mean, he is. You know, we've seen it in big games. You know, we've seen him, you know, rise to the occasion, and he definitely did that tonight. And you know, and even early in the game, where there was a couple things that weren't great for him, and he had to respond. And he was able to answer the call. And when it came down to it in clutch times, big situations, you know, he was able to deliver.
All right, we go second row in the middle for Kurt.
I know you had a lot of optimism, a lot of people had a lot of optimism about what this defensive line, especially that starting 4, could be. I mean, how nice is it seeing, not the start, I'm sure they imagined through the season, but Josh, Pat, Marvin Lake, just all the plays those guys made at a very high level.
No, it's what, you know, these guys are capable of being. And you know, for wherever we are, and you know, but just like I said earlier, you know, the choice that was made, and the choice just to go be better, the choice to go and you know, to cut it loose and to go play that, you know, don't worry about the circumstances. You know, those will always be there. You'll have those, but you worry about what you can control. And you know, with the opportunity that's in front of you, are you willing to go put it all on the table? And I thought that our defensive line, you know, did a really nice job of that. You felt, you know, I saw flashes from our linebackers. You know, there were opportunities that we had. You know, just big plays in coverage that needed to be made. You know, it was just a collective defensive you know effort, but you know, it absolutely started with the spark of those guys up front, and we need them to continue to build upon that. But hopefully that can boost the confidence of capability, and you know, it's something that we expect. But it was great for that to show up.
All right, we'll go top left for Chris.
LT didn't seem like a guy that felt real good this week in practice. And I was saying, what did it mean for him to go out there tonight and run like he did, and you guys would have gave him?
Yeah, so you know, it was unfortunately Roydell went down, you know, this week, and you know, LT really had to battle you know, throughout the throughout the week. You know, he's such a consistent you know, player, you know, just, you know, remarkable young man, and you know, I was really happy for him and the performance he was able to put. You know, Cam Davis, you know, got banged up a little bit early. He was able to come back in the game. You know, I thought he did some good things. You know, but yeah, LT, you know, we needed him to be a workhorse tonight, and you know, I thought he definitely answered the call.
All right, we'll go back to Ira on your right.
You mentioned the run game a little bit earlier. It seemed like the offensive line was firing off maybe a little bit more, or what did you see from the offensive line?
Yeah, they were. I thought they did a good job, and we've had better challenges, and it's going into these the first 3 games. I mean, the first 3 games we had 8 different starting offensive linemen due to injuries and things that have showed up. So we've had some moving pieces, and even tonight, it was great getting Darius back. Unfortunately, Rob, was out, couldn't play. Obviously JB couldn't get back. Jalen Early made his second start. Obviously with the unexpected one there a week ago, but I thought those guys, they understood what was being asked of them. They knew that we needed to be able to have some balance in this game. I mean, against that defense with just how they fly around, if we got in a drop back game, I mean, it was going to be there was some challenges that could present themselves. And so I thought being able to work to establish the run was good. Having some success early was big. Some things later in the game that we got to absolutely clean up. But I really liked just the mindset those guys brought, knowing that it was a necessity for them to be able to get things going. And they were aggressive in their play, and obviously some things we'll be able to go back and watch on the film and continue to clean up.
All right, next will be Jordan, third row in the middle.
Coach, there's been so much noise around the quarterback, the last few games. How important was that 36-yard touchdown throw in the fourth quarter, and how can DJ kind of build upon that?
Well, I mean, it was a big play and a big moment, and we have to have it. And there's still, as you go through today, there's things that you can control, things that you need to get better at, and it's every position. And we'll go back and watch, and you'll continue to have opportunities to go get better, because offensively we did what was necessary to win the game, but I still don't feel that that was a performance that offensively that of what we're capable of. So it's going to be a consistent and constant push, and I definitely was proud of those guys. Some of those third down throws, some of the plays that were made, they were big, and we should all grow in confidence with that, but then also understand that there's so much more out there that we need to be able to do and accomplish. But tonight was about this one game and doing the things that were necessary for us to win, and we were able to accomplish that feat.
All right, go back to Ira on your right.
What do you hope just getting a win would do for these guys and just taking the pressure off of them?
Yeah, I mean, it's more than anything else, it's hard to win a game. I mean, it is, and it takes so many different things. And I think, obviously we lost our first one on the last second field goal. We did not respond very well, and that's as much as it is. Every person has expectations. Players, coaches, fans, university. I mean, and here at Florida State, you need to embrace every bit of it, because this is a special place. We have not started right to the standard or anything close to what we want it to be. But even when you find disappointing moments, it does go to the response of just continuing to push, continuing to believe, continuing to work, and it's taken us 3 games, and the road that we have. I mean, it is what it is. You got to show up, and you got to find a way to go win. And that's why I said at the beginning of it, we needed this game to be exactly how it played out. It was not perfect. We didn't play the best game that I think we can play, but we saw all the emotional parts of it. There are things that, we were up, we were down, we had to respond, we had to finish, and that's what this team needed. And I think that is a good Cal team. I mean, they've done some good things. They went on the road, had an SEC win, a few weeks back. The defense is going to be one of the better defenses, within the conference. I mean, just got a lot of respect for how those guys have played, and so I knew that this would be a challenging game for us, but we needed every one of those experiences for us to just to build, to have a little bit of confidence, to see the response, to experience the joy of seeing guys work their butts off throughout the week of practice, and then get to celebrate in that locker room, and because it's hard to win a game.
All right, last one. We'll go back to Jordan.
Coach, kind of a 2-part question. How important was getting Coach Atkins back tonight, and did Jordan Travis help at all on the sideline in today's game? Well,
I thought Alex did a remarkable job. He's got such a great presence. Just all things that he does. As a leader of our offensive group. I mean, he is just really a special coach, and you know, I loved having him back on the sideline with, you know, the rest of the offensive staff. I mean, you know, that's it. It was great to hear that. I thought, you know, just, you know, when our staff is in whole, it was really, I just love the way that everybody's working together. And I mean, you know, Coach Fuller and the defensive staff, the response, I mean, even, you know, if there was a tough situation they were in, just hearing the encouragement, you know, be back and forth. I mean, that's you know, it's a great group of men. And yes, it was wonderful having him there. And then for Jordan, you know, it's really special just to see him back. And you know, during one of the breaks, I know they recognized him and put him up on the jumbotron, and you know, that ovation was, you know, well-earned ovation. And you know, he's one of the great, you know, Florida State Seminoles of all time. I believe that with everything, and you know, for what he did in that jersey was special. But who he is and what he means to this program is really even more, because you know, he cares so much about this institution. He cares so much about the guys that he you got a chance to play with, and you know, I'll just forever be grateful for him. And yeah, it's great when all the your past players come back, because you know, just it's uplifting, and you know, you think back to the great plays that they made, and they're here just to support the guys that are out there now, and so it's good to have them back on the sideline.
All right.